What's going on, everybody? It's the Ike's Tech Talk weekly live stream. You already know how it goes down on a Thursday night with your boy Ike. What's going on, everybody out there? What's going on? What's going on? So, as y'all already saw the title, man, we got some splaining to do, right? But we're gonna get into it, man. Y'all already seen the title. Just gonna, like I said, have a little conversation. Not gonna be anything, super long or drawn out because it's already been killed and slaughtered and taken to the chop shop and everything. So we ain't gonna dwell too hard on it, but like I said, I definitely want to make something known just in terms of myself. How, like I said, I plan to kind of carry myself according like with these new devices and stuff coming out, man. So we'll get into that, but I want to see what's going on with everybody out there. As always, let me get that video audio check, make sure everything is good. Everything looks good on my end, so good to go here. Audio, video look good, sound good too. I'm testing out the so I know y'all know I got a new router when I went to Spectrum or whatever the case may be, and I ended up switching up the router or whatever, and they gave me a Wi-Fi 6 router, blah blah blah. They made it seem like it was gonna be the best thing under the sun. I get this thing home, it's absolute garbage. It doesn't even reach my entire house or my entire apartment. So I was like, yeah, we got to make a change. So I went and picked up the Google Wi-Fi mesh system. So they give you 3 access points for, I want to say, like $200, and I had a couple coupons and credits and things, so I was able to get mine a little bit cheaper than that. So I set that up. Process was super simple, man. It's like you set up that first one and all the other ones just kind of do their thing, and it covers my house fantastic. It used to be to the point where we would be you stupid. It used to be to the point where me and the missus was in the bedroom watching, like, streaming Netflix or something, and it would just cut out on us. And for the life of me, I couldn't figure out why until my S22 Ultra I was using at the time. I noticed that it would drop Wi-Fi and go back to 5G when I was on like the back half of my bedroom wall, like that area. So I was like, okay, it's probably just not reaching. So swap that out with the Google Wi-Fi, man. Everything seems to be great. Livestream is on point, not dropping any frames, anything like that. Pretty sure I'm crispy on that end too. So let's go ahead and get into this roll call, man, and we're gonna get this Z Fold 4 battery thing out the way, because I'm gonna be honest, that ain't even the most exciting part of this device for me personally. I talked to, like I said, a few of you guys on Twitter and things like that. Right now, I'm about 70-30 that I am gonna be upgrading. Again, I'm not 100% sure just yet, but like I said, 70-30. So right now, I'm leaning in yeah. I got a few more days to kind of decide and get my pre-order in. If I do get one, I for sure will be doing it for pre-order, because that extra storage upgrade is definitely kind of clutch, man. So like I said, let's go ahead and get in the roll call. You got the homie Umar in the building. What's going on with you, homie? He said, what's up? T, yo, what's up, man? Hope everything is good with you, dog. We got Miss Shay, Queen of Steeler Nation. Hope everything is good with you as well. Brad said it best. Welcome to another Thursday night with your boy Ike. Yo, LaShawn, what's going on, man? What's going on? Hope everything is good with you. Speaking of the homie LaShawn, as I do all weekend, will continue to do so until this man gets above 1,000 subs. The homie is stupid close. If you're not subscribed, which I'm sure everybody here is, but just in case, man, go ahead, drop that man a subscription. Like I said, he is super close. I can't think of any creator that deserves it more. LaShawn is, like I said, he's the man. Editing skills is phenomenal and all, so go give that man a sub. Let's get him to 1,000. But he'll be going live tomorrow with Ignite Hour. So make sure y'all tune in for that. B Floyd in the building. What's going on with you, big homie? Hope everything is good. Genosis with the fist bump. Right back at you. Hey, Gary is in the building with Contractors POV. He said it's fold season. Yo, I'm especially excited for your content. I don't know if you plan to drop any videos, Gary, man, but I'm really excited because I always love your perspective being a contractor, because so many people talk about how fragile these foldables are and things like that. So anytime I get anybody that talks about, oh, it's too fragile or it's kind of soft or whatever, I always point them to your channel, man, and say, look, if a contractor can carry this daily, a normal person can carry it daily too, man. So shout out to you, homie. Thanks for coming through. BG Tech Life in the building. What's going on? What's going on? Hope everything is good with you as well. Let me go ahead and I always forget to turn off my notifications, man, on the PC. Definitely click in here. There we go. Let me turn those off real quick because they're kind of going off in my ear. Do it this way. My fault, y'all. All right, cool. Got it. So we good there. Hey, Malik, what's up? What's up? Hope everything is good with you. This is what I was laughing at before. This 4-4 battery could have caused people to stroke out. You a fool, man. You a fool. Hey, Johan, my full brother from another mother. What's up, man? Hope everything is good with you, homie. He said, bruh, new Google Mesh with 6E is supposed to come out this fall. Oh, that's what's up. If it's that much of a bump or whatever, then I'll go ahead and just upgrade the main hub or like the main point. Because like when you have that little system or whatever, you can, you know, take certain pieces out and put other pieces in. So I'll just grab one of those and then have the other access points, you know, in the other places in my home. But good luck for letting me know, dog. Appreciate you. Hey, Calvin, what's up, man? Hope everything is good with you. Hope everything is good with you. Hey, LaShawn says, so close. That dude is so close, he could taste it. So close, he could taste it, man. Hey, Jeff, man, blessings on your day, sir. Hope you're having a good one. Hope you're having a good one. Everybody else is just saying, what's up? Hey, a wild Mix has appeared. What's up, man? Hope everything is good with you, Mix. That's the homie right there, yo. So, got roll call. Let's go ahead, man, and talk about it, right? So, 4-4, man. We're gonna talk battery. Like I said, I'm not gonna be on this long. I'm just gonna be on it enough to kind of get my point across, whatever the case may be, right? So, first things first, I do owe the Z Fold 4 an apology, man. Hey, Delvon, what's up, man? He said, what up, homie? You got to get that 4-4, bro. I know you were talking about getting one. Are you still grabbing one? I'm just curious. But anyway, back to the 4-4, man. Situation with the battery, right? So we get leaks and rumors and stuff like that, and you already know we're seeing that the capacity probably isn't gonna change. In my head, I'm already like, hey, what color did you go with if you pre-ordered, Delvon? I'm curious now because this will be your first fold, homie. I'm ready for you to experience that joint, dog. But anyway, so battery. I was like mini, dog. You got to keep in mind too, a lot of us that were complaining, at least that I saw on my timeline, a lot of us that were complaining were Fold 3 owners who used their Fold 3 for the past year, right? And I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. The battery life is bad. It's not meh. It's not mediocre. It's honestly bad, right? So it is gonna be a little concerning and worrying, right? That they decided to put the same physical size in terms of the battery, but at the same time, I definitely feel as though, and this isn't directed towards anybody, or I'm not judging anybody. I'm talking specifically about me, and the only reason I'm saying it this way is because I want to hold myself accountable, and I want you guys to hold me accountable, right? There's way too many hot takes, there's way too many leaks and rumors where people can kind of just say whatever, and they could be proven wrong, and there's no accountability because this is the internet, right? But I hold myself to a higher esteem, right? If I'm gonna do this tech review thing, I have to do it right, right? So, like I said, for me, I was definitely one of the people bashing the battery, looking at the cameras like, nah, this ain't gonna be it. You know what I mean? So El Jefe, what's up, man? He said, I'm judging. What's going on, homie? Lewis, what's up? What's up, man? Hope everything is. I don't know why your little bubble thing came in like that. Sorry about that, but your logo didn't pop up, man. You know. Barry, my brother, what's up? What's up? He said, I'm holding you accountable. I'm driving towards you right freaking now, sir. I'm done, dog. See, BG experienced a little bit of the same too, man. Carried a 10,000 milliamp hour power bank the whole time he had the Fold. I definitely can see that. Gary is saying, Fold 2 battery is better than Fold 3. Definitely, I agree with that too. Hey, Ben, man, appreciate you coming through, dog. Ben from Lover of Tech, homie. He's one of the ones, if you didn't see my tweet earlier, man, go check it out, where, like I said, just a pause and just praise. Just praise. Because people like Ben, man, Ranjit, I'm not sure to pronounce his name, and I don't want to butcher it, but it's like Narave or Naravi. I don't want to butcher his name, but they've been doing an awesome job, man. An awesome job with showing their real world usage, right? Now, obviously, we all use our devices differently, so it's going to be subjective in the end, right? But I really feel like they kind of took the reins of the whole battery life kind of divisiveness that the phone was causing, and they, like I said, started showing real usage. So I definitely applaud them. Ben, applaud you, homie. Appreciate you, big dog. But anyway, like I said, back to myself. So I was one of the ones immediately like writing it off. I was like, I'm not upgrading. This thing is gonna be whack. Blah 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 blah. Whatever the case may be, right? And I definitely could say I wait. El Jefe said pronounce Narav. Am I spelling that right or saying that right? Narav. I want to make sure I am El Jefe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Doc. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, like I said, so I was one of the ones that was quick to be like, nah, like this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? And 100%, like I can honestly say with a lot of certainty, right? I was definitely wrong, man. And I'm man enough to say, yo, I gotta hold myself accountable. I was wrong, right? Appreciate it, Jefe, right? I feel like too many times with this whole tech thing, and when I say we, I'm holding myself accountable, so me. I feel like we're quick to jump to conclusions about devices before the devices are even in early reviewers' hands, right? I can give an example on the reverse end of that as well, where I got too positive for a device and it didn't end up living exactly to the expectations, right? And that's the Pixel 6 Pro. Even though my experience wasn't as bad as others, I did have bugs, I did have issues at first, right? But again, those got ironed. But that was a device that I was like super excited about. I'm really pushing and stuff like that. And then at the end of the day, it's one of those things where it's like you really can't be too far on either side. You have to kind of try your best to be in the middle, and kind of give everything the benefit of the doubt, right? If you're not interested in the device, then that's fine. You're not interested, you don't have to buy it, right? But I feel like at the end of the day, at least for me, I need to remain a bit more subjective, at least until people doing real world usage, get the device and they're able to use it and give their experiences. I'm thankful for people like Ben, for people like Narav, hope I said that right again. And then, Ranjit, like I'm happy for these people getting the device because I know that they're going to extensively use the device. I'll never stop saying I love it when people like, TK Bay and Juan get devices early because I know I can count on what they're saying, right? Because they're actually gonna really use the device. So like I said, that's always been true, man, with those creators. So I'm definitely willing to eat a sock and, like I said, hold myself accountable for that, man. So Z44, I apologize. Your battery life, like I said, for the most part, is looking good. My interest is definitely peaked, man. Like I said, right now I'm about 70-30. So y'all know most of the time that means I'm gonna end up getting it. But now, like I said, I don't want to dwell too much on the battery because it's already been beating a dead horse. I just wanted to hold myself accountable because I jumped to conclusions, man. So, like I said, shout out to y'all because I know y'all gonna keep me accountable. I gotta keep myself accountable too, man. So that's what's up. That's what's up. Let's get through some of these comments. He said Narav is a cool dude. Absolutely, man. Any question that I've asked him about it, he's answered like almost immediately. He's really good when it comes to that stuff, yo. Seriously. T-Hop says Z44 is gangster Barry LaShawn. T-Hop is crazy, dog. Y'all crazy, man. Barry said, Ike, you know that there is no hate for me. The cameras look on point, but I'm still not sold on the battery. Absolutely understandable, dude. Absolutely understandable. I feel like, I honestly feel like it's okay to kind of be in that middle area, like that neutral area where it's like, okay, I'm skeptical because of what I experienced. Oh, my bad. Hit the mic. I'm skeptical because of what I experienced, but I'm also going to give the device a chance, right? So, yeah. I think being in that middle area is like the perfect area to be. Perfect area to be. The watch reviews seemed extremely disappointing. I've only seen the Verges, and that was on the Watch 5, not the Watch 5 Pro. Watch 5 Pro is what I want to see more of. I was never interested in the Watch 5 in all honesty. If I'm gonna get one, which I probably will, it'll be Pro all the way for me personally. The decision was made on the battery life legit. Only have 2 days of usage on the phone. And like I said, Ben, that is definitely facts because anybody that knows Android devices, man, already know like you gotta give it at least a week to learn your actual usage. So definitely. Plus for us who are using it daily in different situations, mixed light to heavy, when we are posting our usage, it's being questioned like we are making it up. Yeah, I can see how that could get annoying. I guess I can, because it's kind of like the same thing where people were kind of like posting issues about the Pixel. And everybody, that really like the device was quick to kind of hop on them too, to kind of feel. But like I said, I get why they kind of hopped on to people with issues and trying to figure it out and ask questions, right? Because I feel like they were also on the defense because people were coming at them sideways. It's one of those things, man, where it's always tough. Like it has to be tough when you get the device early. Like a lot of the times we make it seem like it's this awesome, thing, and it is an awesome thing, right? But you're gonna have people that are gonna, question your usage and stuff like that. But I must say, all of that I saw, right, in terms of, your usage and how you were handling your comments, handled it extremely well, man. I have seen some that have posted that it's obvious that they are not using the phone real world, and also I'm seeing the battery graph rise again, so I need another week of results. Big facts, Barry. Like I said, at the end of the day, man, it's no problem at all to sit back and watch and see how it unfolds. I'm 100% cool with that. Real world usage is what I'm waiting for. Yeah, T-Hop, that's the best way to go about it, is real world usage, right? I like, nothing against Tech Jordan. I did see his video, you know what I'm saying? But nobody uses their phone like that, especially a foldable one. He didn't use the cover display. Everything was on the main screen, and it still did really well, right, in terms of his test or whatever. But also, when I have my fold open, I want to multitask. I want to do floating apps and, stuff like that. I'm doing Zoom calls, team calls, stuff like that. So in all honesty, man, I want to see that type of usage, but I'm not gonna go ask somebody who has the phone to do that specifically. If I'm not interested, I'll go buy it myself and I'll test it. So at the end of the day, yeah. Cameras, man, we definitely gonna talk about that too, man, for sure. I appreciate you, El Jefe. Appreciate you. T-Hop said he will jump ship to China if it doesn't add up. I see what y'all are kind of talking there, and that's cool. BG said, I mean, I never thought a Fold would have great battery life. I'm not a fan of the form factor. Honestly, definitely a unique piece of tech. Absolutely, BG. Like, it's not for everybody, man, and that's okay. Like, a lot of people are kind of in this camp where they feel like they have to either say foldables are absolutely the future and, all phones are going to be like this, there's not going to be slabs anymore, or they have to be on the opposite side where it's like, no, these are gimmicks, these are trash, this and that and the third. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, no, like, you don't have to be on either of those sides. You can literally just think about, I like to think about phones how we think about cars, right? Me, I'm a car guy. I like sedans. I don't like super big vehicles, but I'm not gonna bash or judge somebody for buying a SUV or a minivan. That's what suits their needs. So why would I judge them based off of that? Or why would I say anything sideways about that? It's different tools for different jobs, right? A foldable works perfect for my workflow and for my usage, but it may not work well for other people. And that's fine, man. Slabs will still be around. If anything, we'll probably see slabs kind of plateau harder than they already are, before we see foldables. Because foldables, I think, still have a lot of room for potential and growth. I think some people are looking at foldables to progress a lot faster than what they are. But the thing is, we got to keep in mind, foldables as a platform is only 4 years old. Like, think about slab smartphones 4 years into, let's say, like the iPhone revolution, right? When the first iPhone came out. So we're talking like iPhone 4. I think we're talking like S3 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if we're talking like that, then look at where those slab phones was with like the iPhone 4 and stuff, and look at where foldables are in their fourth iteration. We already got like water resistance, great cameras, right? And obviously, foldable tech kind of built off of slabs, but still, people are like, oh my God, it's in the fourth generation. It should be this, it should be that, it should be this. And it's like, dude, it's 4 years old. That is it. It's not old at all, right? We've had, if we're counting just iPhones, we've had like 15 or 16 at this point, right? That's 15 or 16 iterations to get the formula right. Foldables have only had 4 years. They're not like, old or anything. Gary said, I don't use the cover screen. Gary, do you think that that'll change with the Fold 4, or do you think you still absolutely will not use the cover screen at all on it? I'm just curious, man. Ben said, Barry, so long as the battery graph is not, oh yeah, because you're talking about the battery graph. I saw y'all talking about that earlier. It's not showing green, then it means the user did not charge it at any time in between. The uptick or rise you're seeing is screen off time. Ah, okay. See, I had that misconstrued. I thought that whenever you see like an uptick, it's like due to some charging, but it might be like a reading the Samsung graph versus like a Pixel graph or whatever. Because I think with some other phones, when you, or iPhones too, I should say, with iPhones, when you see that uptick, it's because you charge the iPhone a little bit, is all. But like I said, Ben explained it there. I didn't even know that, dog. Appreciate you for clearing that up. He said, anyway, man, let me dip. It's almost 3 a.m. Oh, definitely. Appreciate you coming through, man. Appreciate it. Z Fold is the productivity king. I still think Surface Duo is like that concept, like the dual screen phone is a little bit better for productivity and multitasking. Every other area, I will give the Fold in a heartbeat. Me personally, I kind of prefer the way Duo multitask though, in all honesty, man. That's just me though. That's just me. Gary said, we will have to see. All right, bet. No sweat, man. I'm honestly curious. I don't know. I think that's more of the Western market being deprived of competition for foldables, unlike China. I think that's true too, Umar, to an extent, right? But it's like, even when we look at the growth of foldables over in China, right? A lot of people are going to be like, oh, they got bigger front screens. That's definitely a valid point. I think I fall somewhere in between like the Z Fold 4 front cover and the Vivo X Fold front cover. Like something in between that would be good for me personally. Because I do like the fact that with the Fold, when you do close it, it's narrower for a more compact one-handed user experience. Vivo X Fold is, you know, quite a bit wider and it is a little bit heavier. So carrying that device with one hand obviously isn't going to be as comfortable as using the Z Fold 3 and Z Fold 4. But again, that part is totally subjective. Then if you want to talk about the hinge in terms of fully closing, that's another thing where Samsung decided to go the water resistant route. Because I put out another tweet earlier in the week where I was talking about that too. Because like I said, I don't feel like there's any perfect answer to that question. Like, you know, which do you prefer? Would you prefer for them to take away water resistance, or would you prefer for them to have, you know, or take away the water resistance and have a less pronounced crease? Or would you prefer water resistance? And from what I saw, it was pretty even, in all honesty. Like it was honestly pretty even. So I don't know, man. It's tough. I don't know how much real world usage there is out there to what Ben is doing, testing these phones for multiple channels. Yeah, that's definitely a good point too, because Ben still runs his own channel as well. So definitely got a point there, homie, for sure. The Samsung Fold aspect ratio is taller than the Xperia. That actually might change because they're shrinking the Fold 4 and making it a little bit wider. So I'm not sure what the tallest, you know, Xperia is, but yeah. MPT said, I'm stoked, just waiting for the Fold and Flip to actually ship. Labels have been created 2 days ago, just need them in the boxes like they're supposed to. I hear you, dog. I hear you. And shout out to MPT. He's going to be doing his podcast Behind the Minds. That's going to be on Thursday nights as well at 8 p.m. So make sure you guys check him out before coming over to the stream here. So should be dope. But let's go ahead and get into the second aspect of the Fold 4. And this is honestly the area that I'm the most excited about. Like, you know, battery. And if I'm being 100% honest, man, I work from home. So one, I have the opportunity to be on Wi-Fi all day unless I have to go out. And two, I have chargers all around me. Wireless charger here in my office, chargers in my bedroom, all of that, right? Now, obviously, when I'm testing a device, Wi-Fi gets turned off. I'm sitting on 5G, whether it's in standby or I'm actually using it. I want it over 5G, right? And then obviously I'm trying to push that device or whatever the case may be. So like I said, for me, man, it always gets a little tough with talking battery life. And that's another reason I don't put too much stock in screen on time, because I use my phone so much in terms of just having the screen off. Like I use wireless Android Auto, which destroys your battery. I don't care what nobody say. So I use wireless Android Auto. Spotify over Bluetooth earbuds is draining battery. So like I said, man, the total amount of time off the charger is what's important to me. And I kind of will say this and we'll kind of put a pin in the battery talk until, you know, devices start coming out or whatever. If I can take it off the charger at 8 a.m. when I wake up, and I can put it back on the charger at 8 p.m. that night with my usage and, you know, be fine, I'm good with that. I just don't want to have to charge halfway through the day is my thing. If I got to charge once a day, oh, I'm good with that. I'll just charge overnight and I'm good, right? But if I have to charge multiple, like if I have to charge again in like the middle of the day, no. Like I'm obviously going to be realistic about it, you know, because if I'm sitting on my butt playing a bunch of emulators and split screen multitasking and in a Zoom call and Teams call, and I'm sitting here playing Diablo Immortal on the bottom, like I have to expect that that's gonna kill my battery, right? Like we have to be realistic, right? If I take off my phone off the charger at 8 and I literally am glued to it until like 2 in the afternoon and I've been playing Diablo Immortal all day or Genshin Impact, I gotta expect that I'm gonna have to charge it, right? But just with normal usage, man, I don't want to have to put it on the charger. But that'll kind of wrap it up for the Z Fold 4 battery. So Z Fold 4, I apologize to you, my good sir. I will for sure, I won't say for sure, I'll most likely be picking one of you up and we'll really test that battery and see what it's about for sure. Like I said, just for my usage, right? I think everybody obviously has their own flow and what they do and don't do on a phone, and that's going to affect batteries. So we'll leave it at that. Bradley said, honestly, I don't fully buy that water resistance reason. Samsung is just being Samsung. I don't know, Brad. Like, it's one of those things where it's physics, bro. So like I said, I hear you, but I don't know. I don't know. Supposedly, and the dude that was saying it is pretty reputable. It's Ross Young. He's like one of the main dudes when it comes to like display leaks and stuff like that, and he hasn't been wrong yet. And he was saying that Samsung was trying a bunch of different types of hinges, but the only thing that they could get to work with the water resistance is, you know, the one that they have. And it would just strike me odd if that's not the reason, because if it's not the reason, then why don't import foldables have water resistance, right? Like my Vivo X Fold doesn't have water resistance, and neither does the Xiaomi Mix Fold 2, if I'm not mistaken either. So like I said, it has to be something, you know, to what that little report said. Like it has to be, in my opinion, because there's no reason that, you know, Vivo and Xiaomi wouldn't add water resistance. Their slabs have water resistance. So you know what I mean? I definitely think, you know, Ross Young is right on that one. Just hopefully, you know, somebody can figure out a hinge that gives both, right? Gives water resistance and make a less pronounced crease, because that's what we all want in the end. It just seems like, you know, import foldables and Samsung are on, you know, two different wavelengths. I even feel like with their foldables themselves, they're on two different pages. Like with import foldables, they're trying to get that shock and awe. Like, yo, look at how innovative we're being. Look at everything we've thrown in. Look at all this stuff, you know, in a foldable with the hinge and all of that. But they have to price it accordingly. At least when you talk conversion, my bad. At least when you talk conversion, they have to price it accordingly, right? That's the reason why importing in, you're gonna pay that $1,800, right? Where Samsung is trying to get their fold into as many hands as possible by any means necessary. That's why you get such crazy trade-in deals on these foldables, because Samsung, they just want their phone in your hands. It's kind of the situation. Remember, they're hardware first. They don't care about the other stuff after that. Anytime, MPT. B Floyd say, yeah, I think people downplay screen off time. It's not like the phone isn't doing anything. It's still working. Exactly, B Floyd. Exactly my point, dog. It's like, because I hit that lock button doesn't mean that, you know, my fold isn't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Of course it is. It's still sitting here draining battery even with the always on display on. So it's like whatever, man. BG said 8 a.m. 8 p.m. on a fold 3 was, oh no, I was charging my fold 3 halfway through the day every single day. Like I said, for me, since I have chargers all around me, it's not as big of a deal as somebody who doesn't have that luxury. So whenever I do reviews, I have to test it that way, because I know not everybody's gonna have the luxuries that I have, right? If you have chargers all around you, you're not gonna be worried about the battery life on a phone, because you could just sit at your desk. Oh, I'm already here. Throw it on the wireless charger, you know, let it top off, you know, for 20 or so minutes, and you know, you got about 15-20% or so. Pause. Ross Young isn't gonna be wrong. Saying, yeah, facts, T. Yeah, like Ross Young is that dude when it's talking about displays, dog. Seriously. Remember, IP rating is something they pay for, so it might not have an IP rating, but it could still see. And you're right about that, because OnePlus did that, but also OnePlus advertised that. OnePlus was like, you know, hey, we don't have the certification, but this device is water resistant. Like they came out and said that. Vivo and Xiaomi aren't saying that, right? And I'm sorry, but if my phone is water resistant, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna say it, because though water resistance is like one of those quality of life features that slabs have always had over foldables. Samsung was the first one to do, you know, not waterproof, water resistant foldable. So nah, if it still had water resistance, I'm pretty sure that they would talk about it. we just would see some type of article saying that they didn't get the certification, but it has all of the seals. So yeah, I just don't think water resistance is there. I'm not willing to test it on my V-Bucks phone. I'll say that. The only reason I want the less pronounced crease is for screen endurance. The crease doesn't bug me. And that's a good point too, Gary, that a lot of people didn't bring up when I was talking to people on Twitter about it. That's a good point that a lot of them didn't bring up. Is like the less pronounced that crease is, the less wear you're putting on your display too. So definitely a solid point, yo, for sure. The engineering on foldable devices involves so many variables, it's hard to determine why certain aspects are the way they are. Yeah, in all honesty, man, I still think it's going to always be a situation where it's going to be the last great enemy of all tech, physics. You cannot out physics, man. Like you got a certain amount of space, you're only fitting a certain amount of stuff in that space, right? Now, that doesn't mean that we shouldn't still ask. Of course we should. I still want a 10x periscope zoom all day, every day. Like, I'm going to continue to ask, right? Because at least that way they know what we want. You know what I mean? But at the same time, we can ask all day, but as long as we remain, you know, realistic with our expectations, right? Physics is physics. And I'm sure when they can, you know, beat physics, right? Then they'll beat physics. Hopefully. With trading deals, I got the share. I wonder if they have to consider that in their pricing. Charge enough that they make enough from. That's a very good point too, MPT. I never thought about that until you said it. Like maybe they price their devices a little bit higher than what their like true internal MSRP is. That way, when you do that trade-in, they don't lose as much. That's a very good point too. I never thought about that. I just feel some are just giving the Z Fold a hard time, and it's safe just to admit that the Z Fold is a solid upgrade. May not seem like it, I'm telling you. iPhone 12 to 13T, I definitely hear where you coming from with that, because I was one of those people that was like, when I got my 13 Pro Max and started using it, I was like, bro, this is way more significant than anybody's giving it credit for. It was way more significant. Like, way more significant, man. Got ProMotion. I mean, when I say better battery life, I don't just mean like, oh, battery life got a little bit better. No, it went from being like one of the worst devices for battery to being the best in the slab category for battery. Like they made a huge jump with battery life. Cameras got way better in my opinion from the 12 Pro Max. Still got some areas that they need to work on, but it got really, really solid with the 13 Pro Max, man. Like Apple did a good job with the 13 Pro Max. I'm not ashamed to admit that. Import prices might be one thing, but in direct head-to-head comparisons where the two are sold locally, doesn't the mix have like a 400 advantage? I think so. When I think the mix comes in at like 1389 or something like that. I think so. Yeah. And shout out to you for coming through. Appreciate you as always for coming through, man. I said happy birthday, but happy belated birthday. Happy belated birthday. I'm not sure when your actual date is, but happy birthday, sir. And Gigi, you might be lurking or you might catch the replay. Happy birthday to you too. Happy birthday to you too. I don't necessarily agree. The cameras look like they curb stomped the 22 Ultra, which was needed. People have been testing the battery, but they are using it differently than we do. It's a good point too. Could we get Samsung to incorporate actual fast charging? Migs, if I had to say anything that I want to see the most for like S23 Ultra and like Fold 5 for next year, faster charging, bro. Like let me charge from 0 to 100 in like 45 minutes at the minimum, and I would be okay with that. 45 minutes, and I would be cool with that. My morning routine is about 45 minutes to an hour anyway, so let me forget to put my phone on the charger and throw it on the charger for 45 minutes and I'm good, right? So hopefully, man, hopefully. But I agree with you 100% on that, yo. If not more, iPhones cost more in some of those countries. Then that's a good point too, MPT. That's a good point too. So I'm not sure about that. Not sure about that. Excuse me. Although Samsung provides most foldable screens, they are more than likely keeping the best formula for themselves. Well, I mean, I know that they keep the best performing ones for themselves. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's totally subjective on what you want. Do you want a less pronounced crease or do you want water resistance, right? Because I think when you look at what the competition overseas is doing with the crease, like with just the crease specifically, it's kind of putting Sammy to shame there, I must admit. kind of putting Sammy to shame. A sale is a sale to Samsung stockholders. That's why their trading program is so good. Urban Fire, appreciate you coming through. What's going on with you, big homie? And I definitely agree. Definitely agree with that. But let's go ahead and get into these cameras, man, because, yo, your boy was not expecting the Z Fold 4 to be shooting the way it's shooting, man. I was definitely not expecting that. So first, what I'll do, I'll kind of order these the way that I want to kind of talk about them. Let's do this one last. We could do this one here and do. Where's the other one I had at? Give me 1 second, guys. I have to find what I'm looking for. There we go. Got it. Okay. So I want to do this one last. We'll go to that and that. All right. I got them in the right order, guys. I swear I'm ready. All right. Let's go ahead and switch over to. There we go. There we go. Let's enlarge that. There we go. Right. So Ice Universe is out here putting out the most camera samples so far that I've seen. I know The Verge, they have some camera samples on their written review. The pictures looked phenomenal there too. But like I said, just wanted to kind of cover and talk about this camera situation because in all honesty, with the upgrades that they did, I thought Samsung was going to kind of have the Fold 4 slot in right underneath the S22 Ultra because a lot of the sensors and stuff like that that they're using is from the S22 Plus, not the Ultra. So I'm like, okay, there's no way that these cameras are going to be better in some regards or even on the same level as, say, the S22 Ultra. So I was mistaken again in Z Fold 4. I do apologize for that. But here's some photos that Ice Universe took. Shout out to him again for the samples, man. I'm getting more and more into taking pictures with the Fold 4. The colors are lovely. Although its 3 cameras aren't as detailed as the S22 Ultra when zoomed in. I think that that's totally fair. So let's just go through these. I'm going to try to... There we go. So that way I don't cut off any of the photo. I'm going to try to... Oh, never mind. You guys can see that perfectly. Never mind. Never mind. We're good. We're good. So this one I'm going to assume is maybe from the 1X and he was just that close. Pretty dope looking photo. Overall, I think it looks really, really good. I want to know what you guys think too, man. So let me know what y'all think of these photos, yo. This one looks really dope too. You got some fall off here. Not sure why it's none kind of down here, but beautiful photo, man. It might be a little oversaturated. I would like to see what these look like in real life. Just to see, because it does look a little saturated in my opinion. All right. Nice sky. And then this one, showing off some of that depth of field, man. Some of that bokeh. Creamy bokeh. Looks pretty good, right? Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Here's some more. I've got this was the first set that he actually, yeah, Barry. I agree 100%. That's what I'm saying. Like, we can definitely nitpick. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I've got the Galaxy Fold 4. Let's take a look at the stunning Galaxy Z Fold 4's photo shoot, blah, blah, blah. Great colors, great HDR. That puts the S22 Ultra to shame. Now, I'm going to show why he's talking about the S22 Ultra specifically here, because he did show something that I think is really, really interesting. So we'll pull up that first one. I think this one, obviously, Twitter compression and blown up on my 32-inch monitor. It's not going to look the greatest. It's nice to see some progress on foldable, but it's going to be a while before a foldable camera convinces me to put down an ultra camera slate phone. No, I 100% agree. I think for a long time, slabs are definitely going to be the way to go in terms of like camera setup, because even though some of these photos might be better than the S22 Ultra, I think the S22 Ultra still has the better overall camera system. It's more versatile. You got a 10x periscope zoom, right? So I didn't see a lot of low light samples either. That's something I really wanted to see, with some low light samples. He didn't really have any of those, but I totally agree with you. I think, oh, my bad. I think for me, the biggest thing is With the Fold 3, I always felt like I had to take like my Pixel 6 Pro or carry my S22 Ultra along with me because the cameras just were not up to par, right? But I feel like with the Fold 4, at least from these samples, again, I'm not saying anything conclusive, but at least it looks like this can be just one device that I carry, right? And it's gonna give me great results, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. Definitely clean, right? I still think in terms of processing, Pixel, Vivo, Xiaomi 12s Ultra, in a lot of regards too, is still ahead of what Samsung is definitely doing. But I like what I'm seeing, man. I like what I'm seeing. I really like this one especially. Yo, Galen, what's going on, my brother? What's up? What's up? What's up? For real, Juan, stop flexing. We know this. We know this. We know this, sir. Y'all wow, man. Y'all wow. Ain't it, Migs? Ain't it? The flex is real. The flex is real. Hey, Big John, what's up? What's up? Hope everything is good with you, man. Hope everything is good with you. Hey, Jason C is in the building. What's going on? Hope everything is good with you. Hey, Juan, you already know, man. I'm giving you a hard time, but you absolutely feel free to say it, man. I am 100% cool with it because you already know how I feel when it comes to Samsung on this plateau because they don't really have a lot of competition here in the States. But like I said, nice, dope picture, man. I really like this. I'm really feeling it. Definitely see a little bit of out of focus here on this side. Y'all probably can't see that because I'm in the way, but it's out of focus a bit here on this side. But overall, man, super solid, super solid. Straight from the camera. Here, this guy asked him, straight from the camera, no edits. Ice replied, yep, it is. All right, now, this is another one where we get into like some more foliage and stuff like that. I thought this was the next one. That's why I was kind of like, ooh, but it's not the one I thought it was. But Fold 4 is on the left. S22 Ultra is on the right. That's Fold 4. And I think this is ultra wide right here. This is ultra wide. This is Fold 4. This is S22U. I think I like the S22U a little bit more. Fold 4 looks a little bright. Like a little bright. Yeah, I think I might like the S22U a little bit better on this one for sure. And then this is 1X. Normal lens right here. This is Fold 4. And this is S22U. The one thing I could say I immediately noticed is if you look back here in terms of your highlights, look back here. This is Fold 4 again, how it still retains that. So I think I like overall this one a little bit better than S22 Ultra. But overall, super solid. The thing that makes me the most happy is between these two phones, even if the S22 Ultra is, you know, the better device or whatever for camera or whatever the situation may be, just the fact that I can finally compare shots from these two phones excites the hell out of me, man, because the Fold 3 wasn't even in the conversation. Fold 4 is in the conversation in my opinion. Like I could definitely see where it might go back and forth with the S22 Ultra, and that's really exciting to me. This is a 3X. You got 3X Portrait. This is S22 Ultra. This is Z Fold 4. I think Z Fold 4 is a little bit softer on the skin. Like it looks like it might be a smidge more detail. I think I like her color a little bit better on the Fold 4. And then like obviously the S22 Ultra missed right here, but that little portion of her hair isn't even in the Fold 4's picture, so I'm not even gonna count that against the S22 Ultra because it's not exactly the same, right? So I'm not gonna count it against it. But I think these photos, for the most part, I could have been like, you know, I mean, maybe her shirt is a little bit darker and less ashy kind of looking. I don't know if that's the right way to say that, but y'all know what I mean. Like, super close, right? But this next one, this is the one that kind of had me like, interesting, right? Because I've experienced this on my S22 Ultra. I don't know how many of you all have. It has been a half a year since the release of the S22 series, and the camera problem has not been resolved so far. The Fold 4, yo, my Barry, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know if that was the right way to say it, but her shirt looked a little ashy. The S22 Ultra picture, dog. If I'm keeping it real, but the camera problem has not been resolved so far. The Fold 4 handedly beats the S22 Ultra in color and HDR. I sympathize with S22 Ultra users, including myself. Picture 1, S22 Ultra. Picture 2, Fold 4. So he even circled some areas here. You can see here where all of these clouds here are, you know, for the most part, really overblown. Kind of dark here in this area, but I still think that this area is, you know, oh, it's okay. It's okay, right? And then this is Fold 4, where you can see a lot brighter. You can see a lot more in there. Here, you can definitely see where the sun, like the source of the sun is right here. But all this cloud detail is still retained. So super solid shot. Z Fold 4 killed it, in my opinion, in this shot. I'm really feeling it a lot, yo. So that one was super interesting. But the last one, and I even quoted this one, S22 Ultra, Fold 4, Vivo X80 Pro, Xiaomi 12S Ultra. Which do you prefer, right? Remember, S22 Ultra, Z Fold 4, which I could already say I think I prefer the Z Fold 4 to the S22 Ultra in this one personally. And then this is Vivo X80 Pro, crushing the game as it normally does. And then this is Xiaomi 12S Ultra. The 12S Ultra, man, it really, like, I started to read up on like a lot of like the different camera manufacturers like choices and color sciences and stuff, like how you have like the Leica mode and all that, where they really try to get that authentic look where it's like nicely dark, but it's not like iPhone crushing black shadows dark. The 12S Ultra looks phenomenal here, man. This is such a good picture from the Xiaomi, dude. Such a good picture, dog. Such a good picture. Like, a lot of people are gonna say that this is crushed. This is nowhere near crushed in my opinion. I really like this picture, yo. Again, this is Vivo. This is Fold 4. And then this is S22U. So, out of all of these, I definitely can say I like the S22U probably the least. But absolutely killing it, man. So, like I said, that's the thing that kind of made me the most excited, right, about the Fold 4's camera set, is that a device that used to not even be in the conversation, like it was like when you bought a Fold 3, you already knew if you really cared about your photos, you were going to be carrying a second phone around as a camera or a dedicated camera. You just knew it, right? The Fold 4, it's looking like you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Genosis said, man, post-processing, I feel Pixel 6 series is behind. Now, if we're talking computational raw, Pixels are awesome. Like that perspective, my good sir. Urban Fire said, my God, those photos banging. But y'all saying they not. I mean, the thing is, Urban Fire too, what you got to remember about like Barry and Juan, like they're heavy into photography, man. Like their knowledge and experience transcends smartphone cameras, dog. Me and you, I didn't, the very first like camera I ever used was on a smartphone. I never picked up a real deal camera until I started getting into YouTube. So me and you were looking at these photos like, yo, these are fine. Like, these are great photos. So I'm with you. These photos are great. These photos are great, right? But just think about it from that experience that they have, right? They're looking at it from real camera photography as well, right? So, and I definitely still think in a shootout, you're probably still gonna prefer what Vivo is doing or what Xiaomi is doing, if I'm being honest, at least from the samples that I've seen of those phones. But I think it is really solid. I'm impressed with the Fold 4's camera set for sure, yo. Especially to have those cameras on a foldable. That is the key word for me. If they were on a slab, I'd be like, okay, you know, it is what it is. But they're on a fold. They're on a fold, right? And it's not like okay, these cameras are good for a foldable. No, these are just good cameras. Like, these cameras are just good. Like, that's what gets me hype, man. Gets me hype about it. Gets me hype about it. I think the colors look great. Could this be a computational improvement? I think so, because like HDR, if I'm not mistaken, is all about computational photography. So I would definitely say it looks like they took what they did with S22 Ultra from a software perspective, and they just added on top of that for the full forest camera system. I need some camera training. You and me both, bro. You and me both. Full 4 is definitely in a conversation. I think so too, Galen. I think so too, yo. Good grief. It kind of flew by there, man. It's already 9:52. Good God. Flew by tonight. Thank you, Ike. That's what excites me. The Fold 3 was not a part of the convo. Yeah, I agree. It's interesting that they have such different HDR output. That's what I'm saying. Well, I don't understand it. Like, I don't know if it's a bug or something, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. The only thing that concerns me about nature shots, the Fold and the Viva are really hyping up the yellow and the greens. Yep, that's a good point too. And that's another, like Urban Fire, like I said, they're looking at, like, we look at a photo, how we look at a photo and how they look at a photo is completely different, man. Completely different. I thought his Vivo pictures had Zeiss off. Oh yeah, the color mode. That Vivo, I don't like that HDR tuning is bad. I haven't looked at the shots on Twitter. It's the color pop you can see through YouTube compression. That's probably, and that's why I said me showing them probably isn't gonna do it a ton of justice, right? So go check out Ice Universe's photos. I'm not even gonna sit here and say, oh yeah, give him a follow while you're there. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not followed to him, man. There's way too much toxicity there for me, so I kind of, stay away from that. He does give good information from time to time, though, for sure. Man, as soon as I buy Fold 4, it's not gonna be like that. I feel like that every time I see Juan and Barry do photo like videos. I'm like, dude, in Scoop 2, I'm like, there's no way I can make this phone take this good of a photo, right? I guess all we can do is practice, man. All we can do is practice. When people don't know how Leica processing works, the 12S Pixel. Exactly, Bradley. Exactly. I think that's literally what it is, because with the Xiaomi, with Leica's color science, their images are usually a bit darker, right? But I see the detail like crazy in that Xiaomi picture, and it looks so good, man. Like, I'm actually seeing it here blown up. It looks so good. It looks so good. I am impressed as well. Yes, sir. People complaining about Fold price, but carrying a second phone just to take pictures, real flexing. I used to have people say that to me, like, you carry around another phone just to take pictures? And I'm like, yeah, because I want, I want great pictures. Now I feel like I won't have to carry around another phone. I could get great pictures out of the Fold 4, so should be dope, should be dope. Someone needs to compare the Fold 4 with the Mix Fold 2. I'm pretty sure that that's gonna happen. Stay tuned to not Ben Lover of Tech, but Ben's Gadget Review. He does all the import, like all the hype import devices, and he pretty much does everything, in all honesty. I know if anybody's gonna do a head-to-head comparison between like Vivo X Fold, Fold 4, and Xiaomi Mix 4, he's definitely gonna do it. I promise you. He will definitely do it, yo. I got y'all in the camera trainer. Hey, as Delvon, I already been hitting them up for them tips, dog. Already, man. Already. Hey, Maestros, what's going on? What's going on? I'm loving the refinements on the Z Fold 4 and Z Flip 4. Facts. LaShawn said my photos are trash. Definitely don't have the eyes for it. I not with your photos, but I'm saying like I've noticed that like people who do real good with photography, like they just have an eye. Like they just know like this would be a good shot. Like I don't know how they do it, man, but I hear you. Greatly planned out stream. Appreciate that, BG. Damn, man, the scoop on those indoor, bro. It'd be like, there's nothing out of focus in Scoop's like action shots. Like he had, I don't remember exactly when he took the photo because I would go and pull it up. Scoop took a photo where, and like I'm not big on the wrestling terms and stuff, right? So, kind of bear with me. But one of the wrestlers was jumping off the tightrope and kind of doing like the slam, and this man was completely frozen, mid-air, crispy, extra crispy, a ton of detail. I'm like, Scoop, how do you take photos like this? Like, how, bro? Scoop is an absolute magician when it comes to cameras, man. I don't understand, dog. I do not understand how he is that nice. Scoop is phenomenal when it comes to cameras, dog. It's phenomenal. Hey, Barry, appreciate you dropping the link to his channel. I'm telling y'all, that man, go subscribe. He reviews everything, dog. I'm talking Honor. I'm talking Huawei. I'm talking Vivo, Xiaomi, Oppo, Samsung, Apple, Google. He reviews it all. He's totally fair. Only thing I would say he's biased to is he likes foldables, but he's very fair with his reviews. Ben is amazing. And he's an awesome dude to just chat with too about tech. Like, I've hit him up on Twitter and just talked to him about tech, and he's a really dope dude to talk to, man, for sure. For sure. Well, I send my girl pics and stuff all the time. I'm glad she don't have Barry's eye. Facts, she would have been like, Urban Fire, this is trash. That's so funny, yo. Yeah, Ben is crazy with it, man. He's crazy with it for sure. Hey, Sean, what's up, man? Hope everything is good with you, big homie. Hope everything is good with you. Hey, Sep Dog, you snuck in like a ninja, homie. What's up? What's up? He said photos are gangsta on the Pixel 6, aka perfect cell. Google camera 8.6 APK on the way. Let's go. Let's go. Scoop's wrestling picks put you in the ring with them. Yeah, they definitely do, man. Definitely do. So we're gonna go ahead and close it out here. Only thing I didn't get to mention that I did, I'm sure you all already know, Android 13 is out for Pixel devices. It's even in beta testing for ColorOS, I think, coming soon. Bro, Android 13 is probably one of the best updates that I've experienced in a while, regardless of platform. Like, when I think about refinement and polishing what you had before, Android 13 literally should be in the dictionary with a picture. Seriously. It's absolutely phenomenal. If you don't have it, go and download it. Like I said, I had an article, but we about to go ahead and get over to Easy Stream because the homie is about to go live with this podcast. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. But with that being said, guys, don't forget, later on tonight, Easy E, Juan Carlos Bagnell, and TK Bay, 11 to 11:15 with Best of Our Week. Tomorrow, we got Savage with the pregame. Open mic night, ignorant hours with the homie LaShawn. Subscribe to him as well. But let's go ahead and get up out of here. I'm going to say it again. Let's go get up out of here. Let's go ahead and get up out of here, man. Thanks, everybody, for coming through, as always, and supporting your boy. Have a good night. As always, this is Ike's Tech Talk. I almost messed up my own outro. I'll see y'all next week, man. Peace.